In the annals of criminal history, we are confronted with cases that do more than just send shivers down our spines. They compel us to embark on a profound quest for understanding the very essence of justice and punishment. This comprehensive exploration takes us on a journey divided into 5 distinct categories, each dedicated to immersing ourselves deeply in cases that have etched an indelible mark on our collective consciousness. These narratives traverse the expansive spectrum of human darkness, ranging from fathers who have perpetrated unimaginable horrors upon their own kin to remorseless serial killers, all of whom must eventually confront their own inevitable reckoning with the law and society. Timothy Jones Jr., A Father's Descent into Darkness. Timothy Jones Jr.'s case is a haunting tale that plunges us into the depths of human depravity. His name now stands as a symbol of unimaginable horror. The grim narrative begins with the gruesome details of his crimes, which are nothing short of a nightmare. The merciless murder of his 5 innocent children. These innocent lives were abruptly and brutally extinguished by their own father, an act that defies comprehension. In the courtroom, the prosecution meticulously crafts a chilling portrait of Timothy Jones Jr. as a mass murderer, presenting evidence that paints a bleak and unsettling picture of his actions. The gravity of his crimes is starkly evident, sending shockwaves through the courtroom and beyond. Conversely, the defense mounts a defense based on the presence of insanity in Timothy Jones Jr.'s life, attempting to shed light on the torment that may have driven him to commit such heinous acts. His emotional breakdown during the trial, coupled with a plea of guilty by reason of insanity, showcases the profound mental anguish he may have endured. Despite the harrowing emotions laid bare during the trial, the jury's response is swift and unyielding. They condemn him to death. This verdict, delivered with chilling certainty, serves as a stark reminder of the severity of his actions and the weight of the justice system's response. Anthony Kirkland, The Confessions of a Serial Killer. The chilling tale of Anthony Kirkland, an Ohio native, unravels a horrifying descent into the abyss of depravity. His rampage involves the rape and murder of several women, shockingly including victims as young as 13. The narrative unfolds with a haunting journey through time, beginning with his first murder in 1987. Back then, a woman lost her life after refusing his sexual advances, and he didn't hesitate to commit rape and murder. After serving time and pleading guilty to voluntary manslaughter, Kirkland was released on parole in 2014, only to resume his reign of terror between 2006 and 2009. During this time, he claimed more innocent lives, leaving a trail of devastation in his wake. The courtroom became the stage for Kirkland's dramatic and unsettling reactions. His response to the charges against him was a shocking fainting spell, which only hinted at the depth of his malevolence. Kirkland, despite pleading not guilty to the charges, was embroiled in a case that could only be described as a death penalty trial. The turning point occurred when his chilling confessions were played live in court, exposing his true nature as a remorseless serial killer. Eventually, the jury reached a unanimous decision, recommending the death penalty as the fitting punishment for his heinous crimes. Anthony Kirkland now resides on death row, serving as a chilling reminder of the darkest aspects of human nature and the justice system's response to such horrifying acts. Tiffany Moss, A Stepmother's Unthinkable Cruelty. The distressing case of Tiffany Moss, a former preschool teacher hailing from Georgia, revolves around the malicious murder of her innocent 8-year-old stepdaughter, Amani. This heart-wrenching story unveils a troubling history of abuse that Amani endured, a history that casts a long shadow over the courtroom proceedings. What sets this case apart is Tiffany Moss's chilling demeanor throughout the trial. Her shocking indifference to the gravity of the situation is deeply unsettling. Perhaps even more disturbing are the moments when she is seen laughing during questioning, a stark contrast to the emotional gravity of the courtroom and the devastating loss of young Amani. The prosecution, confronted with the sheer heartlessness and cruelty of this crime, passionately argues that the death penalty is the only fitting punishment for Tiffany Moss. They assert that the severity of the crime, coupled with the unimaginable suffering inflicted upon Amani, demands the most severe consequences under the law. Markeith Lloyd, A Killer's Defiant Stand. Markeith Lloyd's gruesome reign of terror in the state of Florida left an indelible mark on criminal history. At its heart was the chilling murder of Orlando Police Lieutenant Deborah Clayton, a tragedy that sent shockwaves through the community. This section delves deep into the disturbing events that unfolded during Lloyd's rampage, revealing a horrifying narrative of violence and chaos. The nightmare began with the brutal murder of Lloyd's girlfriend and their unborn child, setting the stage for a ruthless path of destruction. A statewide manhunt ensued, as authorities raced against time to bring him to justice for his heinous crimes, heightening the tension and fear gripping the region. What made Lloyd's case even more chilling was his defiant behavior in court. His audacious claims of being framed for the murder raised eyebrows and introduced an element of uncertainty to the trial. His dramatic exit from the proceedings further underscored his unrepentant demeanor, leaving a lasting impression on all who bore witness to the courtroom drama. In the end, the culmination of these shocking events left the court with no choice but to impose a death sentence on Markeith Lloyd. His acts of violence and his unapologetic stance throughout the trial left no room for leniency. This case serves as a stark reminder of the gravest consequences society imposes on those who commit the most heinous crimes, and it continues to haunt the memories of all those touched by its tragic events. The legacy of Markeith Lloyd remains a chilling chapter in the annals of criminal history. Granville Ritchie, a father's extraordinary forgiveness. The heart-wrenching narrative of Felicia Williams, a 9-year-old girl from Florida, reveals a devastating chapter in human tragedy. She fell victim to an unspeakable crime, subjected to the unimaginable horrors of rape and murder. Her perpetrator, Granville Ritchie, now stands condemned to a death sentence for the heinous crimes he committed. What sets this case apart is the astonishing display of compassion and magnanimity exhibited by Felicia's father. In a truly remarkable act of forgiveness, he extends his absolution to Ritchie, the man responsible for the indescribable suffering inflicted upon his family. This extraordinary capacity for forgiveness, even amidst profound grief, stands as a testament to the boundless resilience of the human spirit. Granville Ritchie, in stark contrast, maintains an unsettling apathy throughout the trial. His demeanor reflects a chilling absence of remorse for the abhorrent acts he perpetrated. This heartless indifference sends shockwaves through the courtroom, highlighting the depths of his moral detachment. The judge presiding over the case is deeply moved by the appalling nature of the crime. The excruciating torment that Felicia endured in her final moments weighs heavily on her conscience, turning the trial into an emotionally charged ordeal. After careful consideration of the evidence and the heinous nature of the rape and murder of 9-year-old Felicia Williams, she pronounced the sentence: Granville Ritchie was to receive the death penalty. These 5 categories shed light on some of the most disturbing and chilling cases in the realm of criminal justice. Capital punishment remains a contentious issue, with these cases serving as stark reminders of the debate's complexity. As we reflect on these harrowing narratives, we invite you to share your thoughts in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more in-depth explorations of the human experience and the criminal justice system.